Hello, this is the geometry PowerPoint that we didn't finish last week, so let's finish it up. Just before this, it was we talked about basically justifying every single step that you have done. So on the left hand side right here, remember it's the algebra part. So you guys already know how to do this, solving equations. This is not difficult, and you know what to do already. So the only new thing that we talked about last week was the justification part. Justification part. If I give you something, write it down. That's the first thing. Free point. Don't throw that away. And basically everything followed that is, if you do something right here, just write it down, justify it, okay? Explain what you did. Okay, basically that's what the justification is about. So, key points, important. So write it down on your notebook, or I don't know how you would take a picture of this, but so these are very, very important. Okay, we will use later on when we justify any other algebra steps. Okay, reflexive property basically means you can kind of like flip them. Okay, basically flipping them. Okay, right here. Make sure copy it down, very important. Symmetric property, if this equal to this, then this equal to that. Okay, if this equal to that, then this equal to that. Okay, similar to reflexive talking about the same thing, exactly the same thing on both sides. Symmetric talks about two different things, and you're flipping it. Okay, I should have explained earlier a little bit more. Okay, this is talking about the same thing. Okay, if you have the same thing, if you have, I don't know, tofu on the left hand side, you're not gonna have a rock on the right hand side. It has to be a tofu, so it will equal to each other. Okay, transitive property. Transitive property says if AB is congruent to CD, and CD is congruent to EF, okay, because they all have common term CD inside, we can say that AB is congruent to EF, and this can apply to different angles, different length, different vector, and so on and so forth. Very important. Copy it down. Next slide. Using property of equality and congruence. So basically, we have to use different kind of property to justify how does the first term right here from each one. So how does this one come to become like this? How does this one come to become like that? This one become like this. So just to save time, because I don't get feedbacks from you, this is basically it. You subtract 9, subtraction property of equality, because you did it on both sides, so equality. Okay, this one, remember common term W, so transitive. Okay, it's almost like you can almost think about transition into a new term. Okay, transitive property. Last one. Okay, you're flipping it, symmetric. Okay, symmetry. If you think about symmetry, left hand side, right hand side, basically mirror image, symmetry. So keep it in mind. Okay, another one using property of equality and congruence, basically the same thing, but this one I want you guys to do it, but since you guys can't do it, I can't see you. So I'm gonna pause for 5 seconds, and then you guys can pause this video. Okay, so these are the answer. I paused for 5 seconds so you guys have a chance to do it. You guys can pause the YouTube video as well. So these are the answer. Again, just remember these property, be able to recognize them. Okay, some of the simple one like part B, distribution property, you should know by now. Okay, you should know very, very, very well. Okay, next one. Key point, another important part. Make sure you get this down. Make sure you get this down. Okay, proof. Basically, proof is convincing argument that uses deductive reasoning. Okay, deductive reasoning, we will talk about it once I come back. I decided to skip a little bit because you guys are honor students, so you guys should be able to follow this step. And then you guys are very comfortable with algebra already, so I decide to throw something at you guys. Challenge. Curveball. Okay, 2-column proof. This is something that we basically already done before. Now I'm gonna put a name onto it. Okay, list each statements on the left, basically all the algebra steps, and justification on the right. So this is what you guys have done, and this is how two-column proof looks like. Two-column proofs looks like that. Okay, just like what we've done before. Okay, all the statements, basically all the algebra stuff right here, and the right-hand side would be all the reasonings. Okay, proofs are also very interesting because they will give you a statement and want you to prove another different statements. So basically, you need to work your way from statement number 1, and then going over however many statements you want, and then eventually go to the last one, which is whatever they want you to prove. Okay, the key is to keep everything simple. The simpler, the better. Okay, don't drag it out. If you can finish it in 2 steps, don't take 10 steps. It just doesn't make sense that way. Okay, something else. Be able to write a 2-column proof. So this is what's given to us. Measurement of angle 1 equals measurement of angle 3. Okay, and we need to prove that measurement of AEC, which is AEC right here, it equals to measurement of DEB. DEB. Okay, and how do we prove that? Well, I'll give you guys 2 seconds so you guys can pause video. Okay, but first, we already know what's given to us, and we need to prove this. So let's add these and then try to prove that they would all have equal measurement. Okay, so this is how we're gonna figure it out. Okay, the first statement, okay, what's given to us, remember 3 points. Second one, we say measurement 2 is measurement 2. We know that for sure. Okay, and we also know that measurement 1 plus measurement 2 will equal to measurement 3 plus measurement 2 because they're the same thing, right? Measurement 1 the same thing as measurement 3. Measurement 2, measurement 2. Okay, then angle addition postulate says 1 plus 2 equals the whole thing. 3 plus 2 equals the whole thing. Okay, well, part of the whole thing. The AEC and the DEB. Okay. And then last part is this measurement of AEC equals measurement of DEB because all these have been proven true. Okay, so the left hand side is a statement. Okay, this one gets a little bit more confusing. So whenever you guys are studying this stuff, make sure you go slowly. And of course, I will give you a lot more questions to do, and this kind of just comes with practice. Eventually, you guys will know this on the right hand side. Okay, reflexive property of equality, something that we copy it down. Okay, something that we use every single time, but we don't think about it. Okay, addition property of equality, the same thing. You're adding it onto both sides. Angle addition postulate. Oh, this is a little bit old stuff. Okay, so even the old stuff we still need to remember. Okay, substitution property. Basically, you substitute the all measurement of angle, replace it with the letter representation. Okay, substitution property. Still old stuff. Okay, so but you still need to be able to use it. Okay, this is a question that I want you guys to do. Well, actually, 2. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds so you guys can pause the YouTube video, and then you can come back and see the answer. Okay, so these are the answer. These are the sample answer. Okay, like I said, because everybody does algebra differently, you will have different answers, slightly different answer, which is fine. Okay, so there's not gonna be a concrete answer like the previous tests. Okay, a lot of time if I ask you to prove something, unfortunately it's not gonna be multiple choice. It will be written. Okay, but you will have more power in your hand. The ball is in your court. Okay, you want to dribble it a little bit and then shoot a 3-pointer, that's fine. You want to dunk it, that's fine with me. Okay, but the key is try to keep it simple. The more complex you make the problem to become, okay, if this one, I give you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 step. Okay, if you're not gonna drag it out to 10 step, you're gonna confuse yourself. So make sure be able to make it simple. Simple is beautiful. Okay, well, I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, be able to do it. Make sure to do your homework. When I come back this time, I'm gonna check it and be good. Bye.